Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Lavella, and we are continuing our single player Let's Play. This is Minecraft 1.16.2. This is Java, and we were working on our swamp village. We managed to get 2 houses built. Of course, it took about 5,000 episodes to get it done because I had to spend too much time thinking and making decisions and rebuilding and this and that and the other. But that's kind of what happens in the creative process. I know a lot of people go to the creative world and build stuff first, and that is an option, obviously. But the way my brain works, if I do that, then I'm not in the mood to build it anymore because I've already built it. So, yeah, that's a problem. Now, keep in mind, I do go to the creative world and test stuff out if I'm trying to do something like a dome and I'm trying to figure out, how many blocks need to go which direction in order to make a ball or a certain shape or something like that, then I will. But typically, I build as I go, as you've seen in the episodes. So, pre planning in creative worlds, uh, they don't really work for me. They work for a lot of people, and that's awesome, but it just doesn't fit my style. So, it takes me a little longer, but I usually, most of the time, I'm very pleased with the end result. So that's what matters to me. So, anyway, today, however, I am kind of in the mood to go to the Nether. Maybe sorry about that because if I remember right, the last time we were there, we died, lost our stuff in lava, and I had to go back and get. Oh, wait, 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 we're not ready. We're not ready. Can't just take off. I need blocks. Lots and lots of blocks. Blah, 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 blah. We need lots of blocks. I grabbed food, and that's great and all, but we need blocks. And if I have too many, we can always throw it in the lava. So, like, no, and I'm really a hoarder in game. I've told you more than once I let a bunch of stuff rot on the ground when I was doing all that digging, and this, that, and the other. Typically, I don't like to waste resources. But when our storage is so full that I literally can't uh, do anything else. Okay, I never finished this. Oh my gosh, I thought this already had a top on it. I hate these things so much. And I don't think you can hit them when they're jumping. It seems like if they're jumping, I just swing and miss the whole time. Well, I guess this is what we're going to have to do then. We're going to have to put a roof on this because I really don't want a ghast blowing out my portal. And I'd really rather not have magma cubes spawning in here. Well, they're not spawning in here. These are lower slabs. Pretty sure. Slabs, yeah. And we are, yeah. Okay. So, I need to put a roof on it. So, let's do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wall. We're not going to make it super big. So that's 1 block. Get the torches out of my hand because that's going to irritate me. 2 blocks. 3 blocks. 4 blocks. 5 blocks. 5 blocks. Let's get 6 blocks. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a wall. Okay. let's go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a wall. We're gonna run into stuff over here. Probably should not have brought all my good gear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we'll just leave it for now on that, because I can always come back off camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's good enough. This is the problem with recording multiple series at the same time, because I have done this in other worlds. I thought I had done it here. Obviously, I was mistaken. We'll get the roof on it first, and then we'll put the walls in, and then we'll go explore. I'm pretty sure we've already been to the fortress in this world, and I've died there a couple of times, so that's probably where we're headed. Or maybe it's not on this world. I don't see any pathways. Have we only just came and could have sworn we had a fortress like right by our portal, and then I kept dying here. I know I'm old and I have senile moments sometimes, but I am really confused right now. I thought we did a lot more than this in the Nether. In the series, I told you about a series that I started called Another Life, where we live in the Nether. And I don't know, at the time this is uploaded to YouTube, I don't know if that will be or not. It probably will, because at this point, I think this is like episode 54 or something. And I haven't even made it to episode 20 as far as the uploads, because of my internet availability. So by the time this episode gets uploaded, the others may already be uploaded. So I don't know. Anyway, I can't see into the future. We're going to, I would like to set up a base in the warped forest. I've done that on Another Life, because I thought it was going to be like the easiest biome as far as aggro mobs. But then the piglins kept killing me because I didn't have any gold. But then the gold, when you mine the gold in the Nether, I hadn't really tried it before. And I had seen on videos where people get nuggets. And I thought, why waste your time mining those if all you're going to get is nuggets? Because, you know, it takes so many nuggets to make an ingot. Well, you get multiple. It's not just one nugget per block. You actually get quite a few. So it is actually worth it. Okay, you know, for this, I should probably use the blocks instead of the slabs. It would go a little bit faster. Oh, yeah. Why is this? Yeah. Okay. I watched since my last recording, as you know, and as I have said multiple times, I do record back to back. We've had this conversation more than once about my internet and pre recording, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I've been sick for several days, and I have just about decided. Oh, there went my Bluetooth. I was watching videos on my phone. Um, I've just about decided it's my medicine that's making me sick because it's been going on for too long. And I've mentioned, no, I don't want that. I don't want that. I mentioned before my age. I am also, my health is horrible. We'll just put it that way. Diabetes, high blood pressure, heart problems, um, uh, yeah, liver. There's just all kinds of stuff and it all comes with being obese. To be honest, I don't know if that's a term that somebody would use just by looking at me, but I'm a pretty heavy girl, and technically, my height and weight puts me at obesity, which is not fun, and it causes so many problems. I was talking to somebody at work one time, and um, she's a big girl too, not near as big as I am, but she's pretty curvy, and but she's still at the point that I don't think she's anywhere close to obese. She's just not tiny. Anyway, uh, we were talking, and she didn't know me very well yet. I hadn't been there very long, and something was said, and I made a comment about not being big, and she was like, well, everybody's beautiful no matter how big they are. That is very true. And that is so true. It doesn't matter. Everybody has beauty. Everybody has sex appeal. It has nothing to do with your size. That's irrelevant. It has to do with attitude. It has to do with the kind of person you are. It has nothing to do with what you look like. Now, someone else may look at you and you may not be their type, but that just means you're not their type. There are some people who actually prefer larger people, and some people prefer smaller people, and some people prefer big in one area and little in another, and we're humans. We're allowed to have our own tastes and preferences. So I am not saying if you're big, you're screwed. But what I am saying is if you're big, your health is at risk. That's what I'm saying. It breaks down your knees, it tears up your blood pressure, puts you at high risk for diabetes, your heart. It's all of that because your body has so much to carry and so much to take care of that it just can't deal with it properly. It has nothing to do with being beautiful or sexy. It's a health issue that I'm talking about. Because, trust me, I'm one of those people that there are a lot of men out there that are absolutely gorgeous. They are hot, hot, hot. But I like a larger man. And that doesn't mean he has to have a pot belly. It just means that I prefer someone with some meat on their bones. That's just my taste. Some people like blondes better. Some people like brunettes better. Some people like dark skin, light skin. It's a personal preference. So, excuse me. So sorry. Anyway, I'm going all the way around the barn trying to explain something here. My point is, what you look like is irrelevant. It's your personality, it's how you conduct yourself with other people, it's how kind you are, it's the joy in your eyes, it's all these different things that make you attractive and sexy and wonderful. It has nothing to do with what you look like. And this comes from an old woman who's been around long enough to know from experience. I'm not just telling you some positive thinking propaganda. Um, I don't want. I don't think anything can get through here. If it is, it'll be a little one. Let's try to go this way. Because I could have swore we had a fortress near us. Anyway, I have to lose weight because of my health. And that's the only reason. Because, to be honest, I'm quite happy. Even if I am considered obese, I am quite happy as I am. Except for the fact that it's probably going to kill me. That's the part I'm not happy about. And I'm sure you can understand why. So, anyway. The doctor doubled he gave me cholesterol medicine, he doubled my diabetes dosage, doubled my blood pressure, doubled my heart medicine, all this stuff at the same time, and I'm pretty sure that's what's been making me sick. I have now missed 3 days of work over it, and this last night that I missed, I trying to decide how I want to do this. I kind of want to do a pathway. Let's do that. Let's just do a pathway. The last night that I missed, I actually did a no-call, no-show because I slept through my alarm. We're supposed to notify them by a certain time if we're not going to be there. Well, I was planning on trying to go to work, but this being sick has just worn me out to the point that all I want to do is sleep. I'm exhausted. My body is just exhausted. And so my son had to come wake me up, and I had to deal with work and apologize for not coming in and not calling. And there's probably going to be paperwork involved, but it is what it is. And that's not what the phone call was in the previous episode either. That was something else. This has happened since then. Anyway, yeah, it's bad. So it's not about being hot or sexy or anything else. It's affecting my health, and that in turn affects my job, which in turn affects my income. So, yeah. It's a problem for me. And I'm trying to get a grip on it, trying to get a handle on it. Doctor is helping me try to find a fix, and he put me on he told me, and I'm not telling anybody, listen, if your doctor told you to do this, this, and this, then that's what you do, okay? What I'm telling you is what my doctor told me. This is not a recommendation for anyone else. This is what my doctor told me, okay? But my doctor said that they make diabetes diet a lot more complicated than it needs to be. He told me I can have all the protein I want. I can have 40 carbs at my largest meal of the day. 40 carbs per meal is my allowance. Oh, no, 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 not top slab. And then I can have all the protein I want. He said it's that simple. I don't have to measure my food. I don't have to uh, worry about this, that, and the other. He said, as long as I don't go over 40 grams of carbs, I'm good. That's all that matters. And that does make things a lot easier. But it also makes it a little more expensive because the cheaper foods, like to buy groceries, I mean, come on, macaroni and cheese. You can get 6 boxes of macaroni and cheese for what, $2? And that's how many meals? But it's all carbs. You want to buy some meat so that you can have some protein? $2 isn't going to get you very far. So that's my only frustration with all this eat healthy advice that people like to give. And I'm sure it's for good reason. But it's like, okay, are you buying my groceries? Because, I can pay my bills and stuff, and I'm not going hungry. But, yeah. Are you trying to come up here? Is that what you're trying to do? Okay, surely they're little enough they won't bother me now. Let's hope. So anyway, I don't know why I got off on all that tangent about my health. I talked about my smoking in another episode. Now I'm talking about my diabetes. And if you're a young viewer, you probably could care less about anything I have to say. And for that, I'm sorry. I try not to get too serious because this is supposed to be fun. But at the same time, once in a while, I feel like it's something important enough to mention. And more than anything, I'm just kind of letting you know what's going on with me, and this is what's going on with me. It's kind of like TFC. Every time I watch him, he makes me sad because he just had one of his legs amputated not too long ago, and he has so many health problems that it's hard for him to record a lot, and I feel really bad for him. He's older, and it just seems to be one thing after another that gets him. And then you have Good Times with Scar, and he can't always record when he wants to because I don't know the name of his disease, but I'm pretty sure it's a muscle disease where his muscles just are exhausted with the very little he does very little physical activity, and his muscles just give out. He's just wiped out, and he's in a wheelchair. He used to be a competitive swimmer and a swim coach, and I believe it was the disease that put him in a wheelchair. But he stays very positive. He's almost like a YouTube version of Barney the dinosaur. I mean, he's like super positive and hyped and happy, and he's always talking about, oh, that's amazing. You just love him to death. And of course, he is my first love as far as YouTube goes. I don't know, I can't remember how I discovered him, but there was a time, I'm sure the rest of the world was ahead of me on this. There was a time when I didn't know there was such a thing as a Let's Play. I'm pretty sure my son told me about it. And this has been several years ago. And I may not have been as behind as I think I was, but I feel like I was way behind the curve. But anyway, when I discovered Minecraft Let's Plays, it was Scar. I don't know how I got him, but maybe I did a search for Minecraft and he popped up. But it was the best choice that could have been made. I have just been in love with him ever since. He is amazing. He truly is. I'm often inspired by him simply because he has such a real life struggle, and yet he conveys such positivity in his videos. I mean, he's fantastic. I love him to death. And then, of course, I love all my hermits, but um, he's my first love. And I don't mean a romantic. I just, you know what I'm saying. He's the first YouTuber that I came across, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna watch this guy forever. And I have, and I do. Have been for years. But anyway, so this has turned into a mining session unintentionally. My goal is to find a warped forest. Even though we have a base in a warped forest on another world, in a different series, seeing it, if you haven't seen it in game, even if you have to go in creative mode, go check it out. If you have to go in creative mode and fly, or put it in peaceful mode, or whatever, because you don't like the Nether, do it. Fix your settings and go. Because I have seen the Crimson Forest and the Warp Forest on videos. I've seen it. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Bright blue blocks and rah, rah, rah. I'm like, yeah, not getting the big attraction other than, you know, the update was amazing. But when you see it in game, it's stunning. The Warped Forest reminds, I don't know if anybody else is dorky enough to like Avatar. And I'm not talking about the airbender, I'm talking about the blue people. But it reminds me of that. Pandora. It doesn't look like it, but the elements in the Warp Forest remind me of Pandora. And I really like it. I really like it. So that's what I want to find. We need a fortress because I want to be able to make potions. Oh. Soul sand? Or soil? What is that? Sand. I'm almost afraid to do this with my... Oh, we found another biome. Oh, we need the soul sand too. My pig is just ripping through this stuff. It wasn't so bad when we were doing the basalt, but the netherite is just like gone. I see blue over there. I know my timer went off, and I know I keep ignoring my timer. My last several episodes are way too long. And I would apologize, but it wouldn't be very sincere, to be honest. Because I'm having too much fun. It's really hard for me to end a video, as you can tell. Because there's always something at the last second. Oh, really? Okay, come on. Okay, well, wasn't trying to do that. Forgot I had that in my offhand. Okay, stop it. See what you made me do? All these extra blocks. Excuse me. Okay. And normally I would collect that bone and those arrows, but alright now. to see if that is what I am hoping it is. You go away. Nobody wants to talk to you. What level are we on? Okay. So I shouldn't be opening up a lava lake or anything. I see blue fire, but that's because we're in a soul valley, it looks like. Oh. Okay. Well, that ghast is... So if that blue is not what I was wanting it to be. We were in the basalt deltas. Nether waste. Oh my gosh, really? Stop it. I'm trying to see something. Okay. Nether wastes. Yep, Soul Sand Valley. Oh my gosh, where is he? Are you guys just like on top of my head or what? Thought I was getting into a safe area by coming back here, but apparently not. Okay, well, Soul Sand Valley, home of the ghasts. And apparently skeletons. So, I guess when we come back, we will venture through Soul Sand Valley and hopefully survive. I may actually, the thing is, if you use Mine Atlas, it'll tell you where different biomes are, and I don't consider that cheating because I work for a living. I can't just stay home and game 24/7. So sometimes I use the Mine Atlas to find biomes. If we search long enough and are unable to find a biome that the warped, then I will probably use locate biome command, because I don't have Mine Atlas is for like 1.8. It's not going to have the biomes for the Nether. It's too new of an update. Alright, we've gone way over. Thank you so very much for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I really do appreciate you sharing your time with me. It does mean a lot. Thank you again, and we will see you later.